Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, episode 21. Or sorry, episode 22. I took a bit longer to position my hands because I want them to be in the center. Anyway, last time on Frieren, we finally got the fight with Frieren's team versus Denkin's team. Frieren managed to best Denkin using only basic spells. She told Fern that modern mages can be defeated only by using basic spells, and she did that. She managed to defeat an Imperial mage using only the most basic of spells. And that was a mage whose view on magic she agreed with. She thought Denkin was the kind of mage that people should aspire to be like. Just like Frieren, he doesn't care about the privilege that Zeria brings them. Speaking of Zeria, we learned that she was actually Flamma's master, the one who taught Frieren. And Frieren got to meet Zeria once 1,000 years ago. So Frieren knows who Zeria is. And so while Lavina and Kana were battling Richter, Kana didn't have access to water because the barrier was keeping out the rain. But Frieren had been analyzing the barrier that Zeria had created, the barrier that the Proctor was sure could never be shattered. He said, "It'll never shatter." And then the next Proctor said, "There never is here." She fired a spell at the barrier, it broke. Kana had a water which he used to form a giant bubble that he couldn't dodge, and yep. So he mentioned that defensive spells can't block against physical stuff like the earth or against water. So first he had the advantage, but when the rain came in, he lost the advantage, and his own advice was used against him. So they got their Stiller back. But Denkin's team did manage to steal another Stiller from a team that lost a party member. Denkin had to resort to a fist fight to get it. But either way, so Fern's team, Frieren's team, Denkin's team, Wirbel's team, and a few others managed to complete the first round. So the first round is now done, and now we're gonna see how the second round turns out. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode of Frieren. Please leave a like on the video if you do. Share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to my channel for more from me. Alright then, let's get started.
6 parties
First
and
party,
18 individuals remain
second
and
party,
move to the next trial.
fourth party,
The second test
eighth
will take
party,
place in 3 days.
13th
Be
party,
informed of the details.
17th party.
That is all.
I can't see all the names in time. There are too many to read and they're going too fast. I don't actually play the drums, just so you know, but I've been noticing the beat, so I think I messed that one up. The rain because the barrier got broken.
What's their deal?
It's Fern. It's Fern, I just know it. Hello.
Fern,
You look rumpled. Are you sleeping?
No. Look at her.
Don't deny it.
She's worried. She looks like a concerned mother.
And what else?
Oh no.
I might have drunk some juice as a midnight snack. I'm sorry, I was thirsty.
She was so worried about him.
Frieren, you woke up mere moments ago.
Caught in the crossfire. Suddenly, pleasing Fern's on the top of our to-do list.
As for payment, I thought you'd enjoy these.
What are those?
Grandma, you do realize I'm not a child anymore, don't you? I've been a grown man for some time.
To an old lady, you're still a sweet baby boy. Grown-ups like treats too.
Well, yeah, but
A demented old man dragged me into a fist fight over a silly bird. I need a while to rest. Why don't you relax over dinner with us? Where did you buy those pastries?
Actually, the old man bought them for me.
Oh.
I'm not sharing.
In a matter of hours, you've become his grandchild. Go away. We're no longer party members.
Before my wife passed, We visited a restaurant here that served the most delicious food. I have never forgotten the taste.
You better be paying.
Well, of course I am. I always take care of those on my good side.
Do you now? Okay. I guess they're gonna find each other then.
Hey, Four Eyes.
Ooh, well.
Joy of joys.
It's nice to finally meet you. So, you give the clones some time off when you're strolling around town.
Oh, so she knew.
But if you try to lose me, I might have to kill you.
Relax, Ubel.
Why didn't you eliminate Verbal? You had every opportunity.
I couldn't help but empathize with him.
Mm.
He made me want to put off delivering that final blow, too.
Mm. You emphasize? You
What has she done?
empathize?
I can't move.
Wait, that's his spell.
This is Sorganiel, the nifty binding spell I picked up from Verbal.
How did you?
The type of magic a mage specializes in has everything to do with the life they've led and the person they are.
Yeah, you did mention that last
Empathy
time.
has always been my secret weapon. If I can relate to somebody, then I can pick up their spells in a heartbeat. Hence my frustration with closed book types like you.
Oh.
Ah, you're one of those. A mage who relies on instinct rather than technical skill. You cast these spells without understanding the principles behind them. Instead, you feel the magic.
Where are you headed oh so obstinately?
Who knows? Please don't follow me.
They're all gonna go to that same restaurant, aren't they?
This place is by far the best restaurant in town. I
Oh.
come often.
My wife
Belle.
and I ate here what must have been 50 years ago now.
When the Magic Association was first founded, that is. Is Frieren gonna be there?
Are you kidding?
Yep.
You're absolutely sure I can order as many desserts as I want?
I don't think that's a good idea, Frieren. Yeah. Huh? What's Fern getting? Can she eat?
Long last.
Should we let Fern eat all that? That's quite a lot.
Mistress Frieren's ravenous side only comes out every once in a while.
How can Frieren eat all that?
This heirloom knife, I feared that I would live the rest of my days without it. When you helped Lecker, the greatest chef of the century, then I led
That's a knife for a
the
chef?
dining experience of a lifetime completely on the house.
That's a lot of food for one elf.
You don't find food this delicious often. We must take every bite we can get.
Life is
Okay.
long and food is aplenty. There's always next time, you know.
Thought so too until I found myself up at night mourning the flavors of yesterday.
Huh?
Oh, don't worry about this place, Miss Frieren. In 100 years, the food here will be just the same. Time is strong. Taste is stronger.
Oh. It's not just been 100 years.
Chefs promise consistency. But just wait. In a few years, your pupils will be making your recipes their own.
And what's wrong with that? And what? The food is still the same, right? It's not just been 100 years, but
Good call, Frieren. This is seriously incredible.
What a joke. Despite his talk, the flavors have changed since back then.
this looks good though.
On a positive note, my search for something more delicious ends here. It's even better now than at my first visit.
Oh. Okay.
You must eat your vegetables, young lady.
Hey!
Something only a grandfather would say.
He is being like,
You're a lighter eater than I
they're all over here.
What? Is that a problem?
They're all over there.
It was no less than divine, Mistress Frieren.
It would have been nice if they all talked to each other.
I think we saved her mood and our night.
She looks happy.
Yeah, but
I seen gifs of her walking like that.
I used up the very last of my savings.
You mean the one you got from that castle place? For the job where Fern Stark had to,
The master's lessons are
I'll
the
just start.
student's tricks now. I bid you farewell.
I missed all that because I was talking. Dang it. Who was that, by the way, Stark?
Who was that elderly fellow?
I have no idea.
Huh?
He just
What do you
talks
mean?
at me while I'm training.
You seem to be quite the beacon for oddballs.
What now? What happened?
Hey, an advanced state of grumpy. She's in an even worse mood than yesterday.
Yup.
So what the heck did you do wrong?
It was my turn to do the shopping, but I may have accidentally overslept a little.
Okay, but you oversleep more times than not. Why did bug her today?
Fern is the type to let anger build up inside until she has to explode. Please, I beg you, Stark. Praying for us. I can hardly get her to grunt in my direction.
Why is he here to do it?
Way too scary.
You wouldn't put your life on the line.
Hey, don't do that to him. Well, if it's Fern, then maybe he can do it.
So, Mistress Fern.
Mistress Fern, now don't do that, Stark.
I'm hungry. I want to eat snacks.
Do you have any money for it?
You're a warrior, yeah?
Huh? I don't know you, sir.
Let's keep looking. He's not it.
Who are you looking for?
Thanks for waiting, Kana.
Lavina?
Wow, Lavina, you're looking
Oh.
even cuter than usual.
Oh, what's your outfit?
I never fail to return rich trifles that I don't want. Grown men shouldn't need a dress-up doll. But my mom gets into it too. She makes no effort to stop them.
You know, I think you and Fern would get along.
Today, nothing would please me more than being your prince, my lady.
What are you doing, Kana? I kind of thought that would happen. I kind of saw that coming.
Hey, so, Mistress Fern?
Why? Will you stop calling her that? It's
Anything is
weird.
I don't care. Just make it quick.
Will you stop calling her that, Stark? It's weird.
We were just thinking about coming by the inn to say hello.
Who are these girls?
The first test was completed in groups of 3, and they were in mine.
Best group ever. We were lucky to be on a team with someone as wise as Frieren.
A boy can't relax with all these ladies around.
Hey.
Huh?
Fancy yourself a warrior, yeah?
What? Hey, fellas! What are you guys?
There's a fresser tearing up crops, and the Continental Magic Association hired me to do pest control while I'm here. But I'm in dire need of a frontliner. After all the fun we had during the test, the least you could do is let me borrow your comrade.
Take him.
Fern, I thought you'd be more.
Are you okay with him stealing your friend? My friend will be fine. I didn't sense any malicious intent. He's very different than he was in the test.
Oh.
He's probably the type who can turn it off and on for work.
Oh. I thought Fern would be more protective of Stark. But I guess if he knows that verbal won't mean any harm.
If it weren't for your plan, we never would have caught our Stella.
So thank you.
Come on.
You're the best, Himmel.
Go on. Watch
Do you
over
not
your
get
parents for
thanked
me.
often?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you do. I think I've heard people thank you before.
What's your motivation for helping people, Himmel?
I'm a hero, of course.
That's not really a motivation.
Yeah, it's not.
I might do it for me. So that when I leave this world, my name lives on in the hearts of the people I impacted.
What do you suppose I should do for someone to remember me?
You should change their life, even if it's only in some small way.
Change their life.
I would try that for the best.
Well, I guess you're doing that here. For Fern and for Stark.
The scariest part of it all was when Lavina wandered off.
I go with purpose. I don't wander. That was you.
Are we thinking of the same story?
You're the
That's a good
actual
face.
movie story.
I might put that for the thumbnail, I don't know.
Frieren had her moments too. We could hardly get her out of bed on the second morning.
Let's not dwell.
We may have been a team in the first test, but we still have 2 more. Past allies or future enemies.
I
Ah.
suppose you're right.
Oh. I'm guessing that's the details of the next exam? just threw it over there.
So this will be a Zenza test, huh? There goes our luck.
I can't believe we worked so hard for this to happen.
Why? What's she like? What's that
Zenza
woman
has
like?
counted 4 tests in the exam's history. Nobody's ever passed a single one.
Oh. Okay. Well then. Oh, was she there also? I think I saw her sometime in town. What the heck is that? No, she just held the bird.
I
Well, they're getting along.
Don't forget I'm a pacifist, Canal.
Pacifist. I'm guessing it's going to be a non-combat type of test. Actually, who is that? That doesn't look like anybody I know, now that I think about it.
You'll be conquering the land.
A maze, okay. So maybe it'll more be like a puzzle type of test than a fighting type of test. That should be fun. So this episode was a break episode to catch up with everyone before the next test starts. Frieren and Fern went back to Stark, where Fern was wondering how Stark was spending the days when they were not there. And the way she was treating him, she was like a mother trying to check in on their son's well-being. And the way she just did that to him. I keep getting it wrong. Fern once told Frieren that she's not her mother, but she certainly acts like it sometimes. She acts like that to Stark too. But let's face it, the only reason she said that is because she was concerned for him. She hadn't seen him in a while and she was starting to get worried, and she was starting to miss him too. And then the whole rest of the episode, Frieren and Stark had to accomplish what's normally the toughest task on their to-do list, pleasing Fern. She was in a particularly bad mood, so they decided to take her to a restaurant to cheer her up, where she was allowed to order as many desserts as they want, at the cost of all their savings. I'm pretty sure those are the same savings they earned for having Fern and Stark attend that ball, and they had that dance. Sorry, not ball. It's called a soiree. Yeah, that's what it's called. So they were supposed to get enough money to last them for a whole year plus snacks. I know it's been a few months already, but I don't think it's been a full year. They're gonna have to find something to do about money now. So first time they took her out for dinner, and it seems like the other people had the same idea. Denkin's group. Seems like Denkin had taken quite a liking to Love in there. He was treating her as if she was his own granddaughter. And then it seemed like Ubel and the other guy, whose name I can't remember, were hanging out as well. Not sure why Ubel's hanging out around him. They keep mentioning how Ubel is a killer, yet she doesn't actually do any killing. She didn't kill Verbal, and she's not killing this guy either. And speaking of that, so Ubel has quite the interesting ability. So she has this idea that a person's magic depends on the kind of character they are. So the reason why she thinks that is because by empathizing with that person, she's able to pick up on their spell and use it for themselves. So she tries to understand people so she can learn their magic as well. So the way she does it is she prefers to feel the spell out rather than to learn how it works. And this other guy doesn't like her at all. So then we saw Verbal going through town, and he and Stark had a bonding moment. Fern just let them take Stark though. I thought Fern would be a bit more supportive of Stark. Not supportive, I mean protective of Stark. She usually is. Like, she normally doesn't like it when someone does something bad to Stark, even if it's a small thing. But she sensed that there wasn't any malice coming from them, and it seemed like she was right too. After the job was done, it seemed like Verbal and Stark were getting along quite well. And Verbal's kind of interesting too, so he kills if he has to, but he'd rather not have to. It was unfortunate that he was made to kill women and children in his past, and despite his hands being stained, he still wants to remain as human as he possibly can. That's quite interesting. He knows sometimes he can't avoid killing, but if given the choice, he would rather avoid it. And then Kana and Lavina hung out with Frieden's group after Lavina got a surprise visit from her brothers. So she seemed like she comes from a pretty rich family, and they like using her as a dresser doll. Kinda tried playing into it, but like I thought, does Kana actually hate Davina though? She's always with her, and she's her first person to call for help. I mean, they explained that part, but I figured outside of it they would not want to hang out as much. Yet they seem to be okay hanging out with each other. Oh well. And yep, so now they know that Zenza is going to be proctoring the next exam, and it seems like it's going to take place inside some kind of labyrinth. So let's see how that turns out next time. Thank you for watching my reaction to this episode of Frieren, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.